Hey Gemini, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot, or welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. For those of you having a birthday this month, happy birthday. I hope you get everything you want and nothing that you don't. I hope you have a beautiful birthday surrounded by love and joy and laughter and all of the things that you enjoy that makes your heart happy. This can apply to anywhere where you have Gemini in your chart. If you're not sure what that is, check out the description box below to locate your free birth chart. Let's get into your reading for May. Gemini for May. Gemini for May. No, last shuffle, guys. Sorry, just kidding. This is going to be the last one. Gemini. All right. So, your current energy for me, you have the Knight of Pentacles. And the energy that's crossing that is the Hierophant in the reverse. There's something you want to move forward in something, towards something, for something. I feel like it's kind of very slow. This might also be in regards to your abundance for some of you. It might be like your home environment, things in your home environment might feel like they're moving really slow. You might feel like you're like having a lot of, there's like energy where you feel like you're stuck in solitude, where things aren't moving very much, very well, very smoothly. There might be like some sort of financial instability in May. So be prepared for that. If that resonates with you, be prepared for that. But I feel like there's something, for some of you in May, there's going to be something that's moving forward towards you after a really long delay. I feel like something's coming out of isolation, or you might be coming out of isolation. At a soul level, I'm going to take both of these for at a soul level. At a soul level, you have the Three of Wands and the Empress. So take this as this resonates. There's something your intuition has been telling you, but you're trying to ignore it. You're trying to act like you don't know. There's something you've actually been waiting for, but you don't want, like you act like you don't. You don't want to wait, or you're impatient about something. This might be like growth. Being that it's at a soul level, there might be growth that you've been wanting that you feel like it's not moving forward, especially with the Hierophant, or not the Hierophant, sorry, the Emperor. Oh my God. Okay, for those of you that energy resonates with, there's something that you're trying to move forward with, but there's a lack of commitment, there's a lack of knowledge, there's a lack of follow through due to you not being confident and standing in your power in regards to whatever that's for, or whatever that is for you. Somebody, I feel like you're coming out of isolation. There's something you're starting to move forward towards, or that's moving forward towards you. It's been very slow approaching. And for a long time, it was like it might have looked like it wasn't coming at all. Or you might still think it's not coming. Because the Hermit in the reverse is the energy that's crossing you, right? So something is coming out of isolation. But you might not be aware of it. You might not be expecting it. It might not feel like it. So for some of you, you might have somebody that you've been, like you kind of put them out of sight, out of mind, kind of, that they're going to be approaching you. For some of you, like something that you didn't think was possible, you're going to be like receiving after a long delay. For some of you, after like these long courses of learning things, maybe night classes or something, you're going to be getting your diploma, or you're going to get some sort of insight as to when your graduation is going to be. You're going to get some sort of direction on the next step forward. But there's something in regards to not understanding a secret, or not revealing a secret, not knowing a secret, that's impacting you on a soul level, not speaking your truth for some of you, not following your intuition. There's something you've been waiting for that you haven't followed your intuition on. Or for some of you, your intuition is telling you that something's coming. And that might be what this situation is that's like trying to enter your life, or I don't know. This is interesting, Gemini. I feel like there's something that you're not following your intuition on, or you're not trusting the downloads that you're getting in regards to something you've been waiting on, or something you've been asking spirit for. There is some sort of forward movement after a long pause, like a lack of forward movement. Like for those of you who had a loved one in jail or in the army or something, and they were like away for a reason, and they weren't able to come back for whatever reason, I feel like that's going to be ending. That person's coming home, or whatever this delay is, it's going to be over. Your recent past, you have the Justice in the reverse. So in your recent past, Gemini, you see something as being not fair. Somebody wasn't honest. Somebody didn't like follow through with something that they said that they were gonna. Somebody didn't somebody wasn't authentic. There wasn't a truth revealed. Okay, hold it. There's a lot of secrets right here. I'm going to tell you that right now. You have the High Priestess at the bottom of your soul energy, right? But most of your cards came out in the back backwards, which means like you're not ready to see that yet, or you're not acknowledging that. I feel like you're very much like there's a lot going on for some of you. There's a lot in your physical environment that's going on, and it's drawing your attention. That like you can't focus on other things because there's so much going on. So some of you, it's not necessarily that you're avoiding these topics. It might be that you just don't have the time to focus on this energy right now for whatever reason. Final outcome. Okay, that's better. We got something. We'll talk about that in a minute. Look, bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Wands. You're tired, Gemini. You're tired. You're defensive, but you're still motivated to win the fight. Like you're still in it to win it, but you're tired. You're exhausted. You need a break. You need a little R&R. Your crowning energy, the Queen of Cups, and you're not really wanting to notice that or pay attention to that, or you're not seeing it. So I feel like you're thinking about like the emotional connection. You're thinking about your intuition for some of you. Like if you can, like things that your intuition has told you, downloads you've received, you're processing those things, but you don't want to, you're busy, right? So there's an element of like, I don't have time to focus on that. I'll come back to it later. But I feel like you don't have much time to come back to it. For some of you, Spirit's giving you a lot of downloads and you're not processing it because you got a lot of other things going on. You're distracted and there's a lot of things going on. There was something in the past, I feel like whatever this was in the recent past, this thing that was unfair, it involved you not following your intuition or not hearing your intuition to the full capacity. Like maybe you didn't process the download fully or clearly or something, and that made something out of balance for you. I feel like you're trying to encourage yourself. You're trying to motivate yourself. You're trying to like keep yourself engaged in the, like, things are going to work out. Things are going to be better. Things are going to get better. I feel like you're trying to encourage yourself right now. Your near future, you have the 2 of Swords. So there's something that you're not going to allow yourself to see it. It's going to be hard for you to see. You're not going to want to see it. For some of you, this might be a truth. This might be something that happens. This might be somebody. This might be somebody who approaches you and they have something to say. They have an opinion. This might be a lot of conflict in your environment, just not wanting to acknowledge it, not wanting to deal with it. Just like being tired and wanting to go relax and have some R&R. And like, okay, I'm tired of the BS right now. I need some me time, right? It's heavily that kind of energy. You're just tired, Gemini. You got tired. I felt like you're like focused on your boundaries, right? In your near future. And there's things like, there's things that you're not allowing yourself to see, but there's also things where you're intentionally avoiding it, right? You're not allowing people to suck you into their energy anymore. It's not healthy. It's toxic. It's unfair. It's unbalanced. How you see yourself, there's something that you're passionate about, but you might not feel the full confidence yet. You want to move forward towards something. You want to see something grow, but again, you don't have the full confidence in it just yet, or in yourself just yet. Or there's something you're still gathering the final details and the final pieces together to like have this do something. I feel like you're working a lot on things behind the scenes. Like you're trying to manifest something, you're trying to do something, you're excited about something, you're passionate about something. You have a lot of things going on. Gemini. And I felt like your thoughts are kind of scattered. I felt like you're trying to be compassionate to yourself. You're trying to tell yourself it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Like, I feel like you're giving yourself little pep talks throughout the day. And if you're not, and you're feeling this energy, please do so. It helps get through the day. It helps like settle this energy. Like, if you're ignoring somebody because it's the right thing for you and they feel a certain type of way about it, tell yourself it's okay. You're not getting like, you don't live in their mind, just like they don't live in your mind. So if you need a moment to not deal with people's BS for a moment, it's okay. It's okay to like get away for a moment. It's okay to guard your energy. It's okay to guard your space. There's something that you want to move forward about. You're passionate about it, but you're not sure what to do or how to do it, how to go about it. Oh, yeah. How other people see you, you have the wheel of fortune. So other people think that things are working out very well for you, Gemini. Other people see you as very prosperous, very abundant, like things are moving good for you. And you might not feel that way, so you don't notice other people notice that about you. I feel like right now things are challenging for you. Things are like trying your patience, trying your energy, trying your resources, trying your environment, just trying things. And it's not always fair, right? Sometimes like we're tried and shit's not fair. It works out to be problematic. Yes. And there's this energy of like this new cycle. Like, even though people might see you as having it already, right? It looks easy, but they don't know all the work that goes into it. For some of you, you need a mentor. You might need a mentor to kind of get, like Tiffany, you might need a mentor. You might need somebody who's been through this, that kind of knows where the little hangups are, that's going to like let you know, like those are pitfalls, avoid those little areas, like work on this, focus on that, don't focus on that so much. This is more an area that you need to really be mindful of. I don't know, get them for some of you, if there's something like a new thing you're trying to go into, but you're not really understanding it, you're not sure how to go about it, you're kind of getting tired and exhausted, get a mentor. Get somebody who knows the little ins and outs, somebody who knows the shortcuts. Because it's like that energy of like if you want to do something and you want to go to a trade school, half the money, half the time, instead of like going to an actual college and spending 4 or 5 years or however long, 6 years, however long, and additional resources. Like sometimes there's a quicker, easier way to it, right? Sometimes there's a quick way, like a little trick, but you don't know that unless you know. Like people who are just starting out in life, they don't know that there's different tiers to education unless they have somebody who told them that, or unless they go get that information, right? So you might need a mentor. You need somebody who has that experience in that area, somebody who can like tell you what to expect, to tell you what to worry about and what not to. Like, this is a big deal versus this is not so much of a deal. This is something that you have to pay attention to, and this is not so much. So your hopes and or fears, I'm going to say it's a fear, and you don't want to notice this. You have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're fearing having a lack of stability in your foundation. You're fearing stepping out into something and falling on your face. You're fearing like committing in some way to something that impacts your stability, your home environment, and it not working out. You're fearful of like your investment energy that has the ability to impact your stability, your finances, your resources, your home environment, that things aren't going to work out there. It's a big concern for you. And I felt like you're trying to not think about it. You're trying to like tell yourself it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But in the back of your mind, there's this concern. There's this doubt. There's this fear. And it's kind of like, I feel like it's seeping into the stuff that like in your experiences, right? When you're trying to enjoy your thoughts, when you're trying to eat your food, when you're trying to sleep. It's freaking, oh my gosh, Gemini. But you're trying to tell yourself it's going to work out. You're trying to be hopeful. You're trying to stay encouraged and inspired. Final outcome, should things remain the same, you have the 2 of Pentacles followed by the 3 of Pentacles. So there's going to be progression. There's going to be transition. There's going to be forward movement. It just sucks in the meantime, right? It's like you're going to graduate school, but in the meantime, before you graduate, and like when you sign up and until you graduate, there's all those nights of late nights and cramming, and you're not making as much money as you're gonna when you graduate, so you don't have your finances in order really the way you would like to. So maybe your food is kind of crappy and your sleep is kind of crappy and you're cramming a lot of information, but at the end of the day, there's going to be some sort of like progression, right? That's this energy. I feel like there's some sort of balance necessary within you, within your thoughts, within your environment. You might need to get other people like, what is it? Like, pull in resources, pull in people, like, go see the school aid. Are there any scholarships? Are there any grants available? Are there, mentors? Are there mentors available that can help me balance and know what I'm doing and know how to proceed, know how to maneuver in these trying situations, these things that you have to go through in order to get your diploma, but you don't know how to do it yet? There's somebody who knows how. There's somebody in your environment, and you're like, you don't have to juggle all this stuff, right? There's somebody that can help. There's somebody that can teach you what you need to know. For some of you, this could be like if you're having issues with your finances, sitting down and doing your budget and sitting down and being like, okay, how much additional resources do I need? And how do I get the second job or this third job or whatever this is for you? How do I get more of what I need together? Like there's this lack of balance, right? There's like, there's this lack of balance. There's like a lot of like, I just got to keep going because there's a lot going on. But if you just keep moving forward and you don't allow yourself to stop and look around, you're going to end up lost in the forest, right? Because you just kept running without stopping and realizing where you're at, stopping, noticing, and taking inventory. So you need to stop and allow some sort of balance. Allow yourself to like, just stop and breathe. Take a break. Take a break and breathe. Stop for a moment, right? Get clarity within your thoughts. Get clarity within your vision. Breathe, stop, and breathe, and look around. Where are you at? What are you dealing with? Take off the blindfold. Take off the blindfold and allow yourself to see what you're really dealing with, right? Like, put everything out on paper. Like, what is, like, instead of having it all in your thoughts, instead of thinking about what am I dealing with, put it on paper. Put it on paper and rework your plan if you need to. What am I actually dealing with? And how do I bring balance into my environment, right? Because you want to have this 2-3. You want to move forward. You don't want to have 3-2 and have this backwards thing. You don't want to have these opportunities where you have these prospects and these potentials and you can work with these people and do these things, but you have a lack of balance within you, so they drop out of the race, right? You want to have a balance within yourself so that you like can pull yourself together and pull resources together and pull people together and play chess and not checkers, right? There's elements to this. Yeah, see, like there's whatever this is for you, but this is a Gemini reading, Tiffany. So I feel like, and I'm kind of dealing with the pieces of this too. So I feel like this is like a lot of people are going through this. That's why I'm telling you, you could get a mentor. Like a lot of people are struggling through in similar areas. And I feel like there's something like you just need to have clarity. Like for me, I need to sit down and do my little budget and like see where things are and see like what do I have to deal with still, and like line things up, right? You can just like, oh my God, it's crazy. I got to go to work. I got to do the laundry. I got to do all these things and get stuck in your day, and then the day's over. But just stop for a minute, like figure out like, what do I really have to do? Like, what is it really that I need to do? And how do I bring this balance in? Because you sitting there stressing about fearing that things are going to kind of fall apart, it's not healthy. It doesn't heal anything. It doesn't fix anything. By acting like you're not seeing something, by not allowing yourself to stop and like look at it clearly and take a good look at it, it's not helping anything. But if you can stop for a minute and see like where things are, where do I want to go from here, and how do I get there, and then come out of your little shell for a minute and come out of your thoughts, and maybe a list resources, a list help, whatever this is for you, I feel like it's going to get your inspiration going. You're going to feel that passion again. You're going to know how you're going to move forward, and how everybody sees you is like, oh, they got it together. You're going to feel like you got it together instead of them just seeing you got it together. It's going to feel like that, right? It's going to feel stable and grounded instead of like, oh my God, at any moment, my house of cards is going to like, the wind's going to come at the wrong angle and it's going to all fall down, right? No, Gemini, it's not. You're good. You just have to, like, you've been telling yourself, I've got this. It's going to work out. Things are going to be okay. You've been telling yourself that. Just keep telling yourself that, right? You're going through it right now, but you can get through it. You can get through it. You can get through it. You can get through this. There's not, but if you just like, you have to make yourself a priority. Like that's what it is. That list I'm talking about, it's a priority list. It's not, for some of you, it might be your bills, but it's like, what do you have to do? What has been on your to-do list that hasn't been getting done because you run out of hours in the day? Like, you have to make yourself a priority. So make sure that on that list you put yourself as well. But if you just keep on going and stop and not stopping to look at where you're at and what all the elements are currently, like, it's this energy of like, you know, a horse. I don't know if you guys know horses, but like you can spook a horse and they'll just take off running, right? And they'll keep on running and they'll keep on running, and they'll run into like a barbed wires. They'll run over a cliff. Well, usually not. They'll sense that, but like even people, like anybody, a horse, a person, anybody, when they're spooked, they just like, they have that forward movement. It's that flight or fight energy, and they're not conscious of what they're like, these obstacles that they're passing, these dangers that they're working themselves into, these like this doubtful energy. What we think about, we bring about, right? So don't be doubting yourself. Don't be thinking like, oh my God, the house is going to fall down and cave in any moment. No, it's going to be okay, Gemini. Like, if you need a builder, go get a builder. Do figure out what you need to do. Get your house solid, right? Things need to be moved around. There's things like truths that need to be revealed. There's things that need to be let go of. Truths that need to, like, just things need to be accepted, right? You can't do more than what you can do. And you're only one person, and you're a human being, right? So be kind to yourself. You're going to get through this. Just like you've been trying to tell yourself you're going to get through this, you are. I'm really glad. I'm happy to see like you're being a cheerleader on your own team instead of doubting yourself. But you are, but you're not. Like I feel like you're fearful of things like falling apart, but you're trying to tell yourself, you're trying to think it's going to be a workout. It's going to work out the way it's supposed to. Things are going to work out for my greater good. You're trying to encourage yourself. You're trying to be kind and compassionate towards yourself. And I like that energy. And that's what helps this kind of transition. There's going to be forward progress movement. I'm going to get Spirit's advice for you, but I want to get more clarifiers first. So we're not going to pull these just yet. Have Spirit's advice over there. And let's get Gemini. God. Yeah, guys, I freaking crashed my car. I crashed my car on Easter. And it's going to be expensive to fix. And I'm not a YouTube star yet, right? So I'm not making YouTube money yet. I got my job and I got day-to-day crap. Everybody's human, right? We're all here to experience the ebbs and flows of life. Keep on telling yourself, Gemini, you can get through it. Be your best cheerleader. And that's, I swear to God, that does amazing magic. It does amazing things. You can get through this. You're going to get through this. This is character development, character building. Hey, Emma. Thank you. I appreciate you, Tiffany. It's important we do that. Like, there's people are mean. So you're going to run into people who have an attitude and they're having a bad day too, right? The people who are mean, they're having a bad day too. So you can be nice to them, help them have a good day, turn things around for them. And I was saying that earlier, like when I'm in a bad mood, like it makes me feel better to do something nice to somebody, give them a compliment, buy their meal or something if I can afford it. Can't always afford it. But like just doing, like giving somebody a compliment, like helping somebody else feel better, doing something that makes something easier for somebody else. Not always. But if you can, when you can, it helps me to feel better. Or some of you just need to take a bath and read a good book. Drink some water, drink a glass of wine. Whatever this is for you, like take a moment for yourself and just breathe. It's heavy energy. May is not easy. I'm sorry I don't have a better reading for you, Gemini, and I'm going to do more. We're going to check in on the energy from time to time. And obviously this reading isn't going to apply for everybody, so maybe the next one will. But there's something about whoever this is for, it's heavy. It's been heavy. I feel like you're trying to keep yourself motivated and encouraged and inspired, but it's heavy. And I feel like you're trying to block out the BS, but there's still things that you're not seeing fully or clearly. But you're just trying to have your head down and have forward movement. You're trying to be hopeful. But at a soul level, there's something you're waiting for or you're not processing your intuition. There's like some unknown factors here. But somebody knows this information. I feel like your higher self knows something that you haven't yet. Like you're waiting to get this information still. You're waiting to receive this download. Hold on, guys. Gemini, some of you need to have a download. You need to meditate. You need to like be open to your higher self. But you need to set aside all the clutter. Like this energy, maybe like block everything out so you can focus on this download. There's a download that you need to get There's a download that you need to get and receive, process it through. And that's going to help you to have this passion, to have this forward movement, to know what to do next. I don't know what to do. For some of you, it's just like, life is just not fun all the time, right? Even when we have intuition, even when we have like, nobody's perfect. We all have to experience life. So even if we have these, what is it called? Like, even if we have like these spiritual gifts and stuff, I feel like some people see people that like, okay, you have spiritual gifts. So your life's perfect, right? You don't have issues. That's not true. You have parents, right? So your life's perfect. You don't have issues. That's not true. You have a job, so your life's perfect. No, that's not true. Everybody sees somebody and they imagine their life is perfect. That's not true. Every single person on this planet struggles and goes through it, right? Nobody's immune to the trials and tribulations of life. Gemini, you're doing the best you can, and I'm proud of you, and just keep it up. That's all you can do. Keep on encouraging yourself. Keep telling yourself it's going to get better. There's this song, like if you're going through hell, keep on running so the devil doesn't know you're there, or something like that. Like head down and run through that, right? The only way to get through it is to get through it. You're not a quitter. You can do this. Sometimes we have to like reevaluate things and like restructure our plans, but you can do anything, Gemini. You can do anything. You could 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 do anything. Did anybody tell you recently or anytime at all? You could do anything. You could do anything. You could do anything. You could do anything, Gemini. You could do anything. You could do anything. You can do this. You got this. You can do anything. With that being said, this is our last shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Gemini. We're gonna post Spirit's advice in a little bit, but let's get a little bit more first. There's a lot of heavy energy on the table. I want to pack a little bit of it, but not too much of it. This recent past, we're not going to look into that. Past is the past. We can't change the past. Don't live in the past. But there's something you've been waiting for. And when I said that, right now we have the devil at the bottom of the deck. So there's some sort of, like, what you're going through, Gemini, is just to test you. It's just to test you. Did you learn your lessons? Are you confident? Are you, like, are you going to let somebody else, like, steer you from what you know is meant for you? This is just a lesson, Gemini. Are you confident? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in spirit? Are you confident? You keep on telling yourself it's going to work out. I'm going to get through this. It's going to work out. I feel like you're being loving and kind and compassionate towards yourself, even though there's this struggle going on, right? And I'm sorry, because this is your birthday reading. It should be a lot better than this. But just know that this is a lesson. It's a test. It's a test and a lesson. It's a test to see, did you learn your lessons? And for some of you, it's a lesson in regards to this crap of having confidence, standing in your truth, standing in your power, claiming what's rightfully yours because you passionately know it to be true. This is yours. And are you going to fight for it? Are you going to allow somebody, is it like the things that are worth having don't always come easy. And if your intuition tells you that this is right for you, are you going to earn it? Are you going to fight for it? Are you going to, like, not everything comes easy, right? But you already know that. But I felt like I feel like you're seeing this as like, oh my God, this is going to overtake me. I have to like get my grips on this. It's going to overtake me. It's going to like overthrow my stability. It's going to overtake my, like, in my resources. It's going to, I'm not going to pay my bills. I'm not going to, whatever this is for you, there's this concern, there's this doubt, but it's a test. It's not the truth. It's a test. You're confident. You're able. You can do anything. You could do anything, Gemini. You could do anything. So instead of being like, shit, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills, that things aren't going to work out, my stability is not going to be intact, things aren't going to work out the way I'm hoping it. If that's you, know that this is a test. That's not your truth. This is just a test. Are you confident in yourself? Do you want this? Do you want it bad enough to fight for it? Are you willing to, like, face the truth, the harsh truth? Are you willing to be uncomfortable for a moment? This is just a test. This is just a test. Don't freak out, Gemini. Like, this is just a test. Remind yourself of that. When you're having these conversations with yourself and you're trying to tell yourself it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. Also remind yourself it's just a test. It's just a test, right? It's freaking test day. They're handing out diplomas next week. Are you going to show up and get your diploma? Are you going to be like, nope, I didn't, I'm not confident enough to walk the stage today because I didn't know their question. I didn't understand that. No. Trust your intuition. Follow your intuition. You have your intuition. Your intuition will never steer you wrong, never lead you astray. Follow your intuition. But stand and wait for guidance. Don't force anything. Don't move forward unless you're confident. Or some of you, if you're inspired towards something, even though you're not confident, you need to trust spirit and follow your intuition and do what you're led to do. But follow your intuition. Some of you have to take that forward leap of faith, trusting your intuition. But for others of you, don't move if you don't know what to do. Like, however you resonate, whatever side of it you are on, always follow your intuition. Always follow your intuition. Always follow your intuition. As long as you're following your intuition, you won't be led astray. You'll learn, you'll grow, you'll progress, you'll develop. You might be challenged for sure, because that's what life's about. You might feel like you don't know what's going on. You might feel like you don't always have the answers, but that's what life's about. It's about learning, progressing, developing. Follow your intuition, Gemini. Okay, this current energy. This is annoying. Sorry, guys. My patience is thin too. Anicia. Hold on. See, and sometimes if you need help, tell somebody, hey, I need help. Leah, can you go get me my purse, please? Thank you. Ask people for help. It's okay. Like right now, it's a lot of energy and I just want to relax a little bit. And I can't just go get up. So like if you need help, tell somebody I need help right now. Like be willing to accept the help. Be willing to ask for the help and be willing to accept the help. Your current energy. You have the King of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So thank you. There's something in regards to how you're moving forward. You're trying to be confident. You're trying to feel stable in something. You're trying to feel like I got this. I can do this on my own, even if things aren't lining up that way, even though things are a little bit like, oh, I'm not really sure that I can, but I'm going to kind of like fake it till I make it kind of thing. There's that energy here, right? Like, I'm not sure that I can do it, but I'm confident enough in myself to do it because I have to do it alone. There's something like this. I don't feel like this is a choice. You have to do something. And there's nobody to do it but you. There's a lack of commitment, lack of knowledge. The High Priestess is in the reverse. You didn't follow your intuition in regards to something. This lack of information. You don't feel like you know something. You didn't follow your intuition. You might have felt like you didn't. There might have been like different things in your environment that was causing you to feel like you were getting different information. Like your intuition was telling you to do one thing, and then you might have felt like your intuition was telling you to do another, and it felt like you didn't know what to do, and it felt very confusing. You felt like you didn't know. You didn't understand the direction. You didn't understand the assignment for some of you. There's an energy here of like, you don't know what to do. You don't know how to do it, but you have to do it, and you have to do it alone. And it's like, so you approach slowly because you don't know what to do. You're not confident in this because you don't know what to do. You don't understand it. I feel like you're not following you're not hearing your intuition, or you feel like your intuition isn't speaking to you in regards to this. You feel like you're not communicating with your intuition for some of you in regards to whatever this is for you. Okay, hold up. You also have, you also have the Magician, the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Eight of Swords. So whatever this is that you're trying to manifest and create, you don't feel like you can. You feel like there's some things like you don't have what you need. You don't have enough resources. You don't have enough something. Like you're trying to create something, but you're lacking the confidence to do so. For some of you, this might be a relationship where you wanted to create something with somebody, but they abandoned you or rejected you. They didn't offer a commitment, but they were interested in a physical connection. And they might have acted like they were going to move forward with something, but you ultimately are alone. And I felt like you've been alone for a while and you're trying to come out of isolation. You're trying to figure out how do you stand in your power and experience what you're supposed to be experiencing. I don't know how to explain that. I feel like you're stuck in your thoughts about how do you do this and should you do this. There's something you're trying to, like, for some of you, you're trying to create something, but you don't want to like invest all your resources there and for it not to work out. You want to move forward towards something. You want to just like confidently move forward towards something, but the pieces, not all the pieces are together yet. Like you're still waiting for things to come through, like things to finalize, things to, I don't know. You're still waiting on things. Like maybe more information. You're waiting on something. You're trying to create something, but you're lacking the confidence. You're lacking all of the information. You're lacking all the details. Maybe you're waiting on other people. You're waiting on things. You're waiting on other things to come through so that you can kind of do what you need to do to move something along, or be confident to approach something, or be confident to, I don't know, progress in something. It's hard, right? Like me trying to open this stupid thing, me trying to hit that. Like you try and it's like, nope, try again. Nope, try again. Nope, try again. But eventually you're going to get there, right? Eventually it's going to work. Okay, I'm over it. I'm just so beyond over it right now. I don't know what this is for you, Gemini. I know that it's hard right now. I know you're being challenged for sure. I can see that you're being challenged. I know that there's things that you might not feel like you know the full details or have all the details, or I don't know if you're not ready to see something or this isn't being shared with you, but there's unknown factors that are involved in the situation, right? That are going to sway the outcome in some way, shape, or form. But I don't feel like you're privy to this information. You're either not allowing yourself to see it or somebody's not sharing this information with you. But you're trying to tell yourself, like, it's going to be okay. Things are going to work out. I know things are going to work out. But you're fearing a lack of stability. You're fearing that things aren't going to work out. But you're trying to tell yourself that they can. And kudos to you. Like, I like the fact that you're consciously being aware of your thoughts. You're intentionally being aware of, like, I'm feeling a little bit negative right now, and I know that I'm creating from that energy. So you intentionally, mentally try and change that energy around. I don't know what's happening, but it feels like there's a lot of things going on right now. Lacking the money. I am waiting on the resources. See, there's like resources. Yeah, resources are an issue. But there's something like, I don't know, maybe you need to get a loan or something. You need other people. Other people are going to help or bring in this balance. Other people have an impact with bringing in this balance for you, for some of you. Tiffany, I feel like that's for you. Like other people, like maybe you need a mentor. Like how did they do it? Did a loan or something, or grants, or like maybe if it's like I don't know, maybe there's like companies that are specifically looking for somebody and maybe they'll pay for what you need to have done because they want your business or they want you to work for them or something. But there's like, I don't know if this is a mentor, but there's somebody in your environment that's going to help bring in balance towards you. Hey, Tony, and DJ, quick, just kidding. Okay, hold on, guys. Like my freaking energy, I'm telling you, the stupid, like my car, I feel like, I don't know if it's like a Gemini thing, because I'm feeling this reading too. Like things are crazy. And it's like being on a teeter-totter, or not even a teeter-totter. It's like, yeah, kind of a teeter-totter. Like things are up in the air, right? But it's not really a teeter-totter. It's like a balancing act, like high up, feeling like if I make the wrong step, I'm going to slide and break my neck and everything's just going to be a mess, right? But there's like this, like there's something on the end of that, like teeter-totters, like acrobatic act, whatever it's called, that balancing act. You have your eye on a prize for a reason. There's something over there that you're trying to get to. It's going to be worth the balancing act. Ugh, it's annoying. Okay. Keep on telling yourself it's going to be okay, Gemini. Hold on. So we're going to ask a couple of things. I want to know, what's this bridging energy? Like, is this like your sensory telling you, hey, this isn't going to work out, Gemini, turn back? Or is this like a test and you like telling yourself, keep going? Is that the right energy? Like, what's the link between these two? Seven of Pentacles. It's causing you to evaluate yourself, right? It's causing you to have to know how to use your intuition. It's causing you, like, okay, for those of you that this resonates with, well, I feel like you would not be on here if this didn't resonate for you at this point, right? You're going through stuff. You're trying to figure out things. There's a lot of crazy, chaotic things. There's a concern that there's going to be a lack of balance within your environment, but you're telling yourself it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. It's going to work out. I'm going to be okay. You're trying to encourage yourself through this. The link between those two energies of knowing the difference between, do you just let go? Like, is it going to really fall apart? Or do you keep on telling yourself to keep moving forward? You have to know, like, everybody is going to be different, right? So you have to look at both of those energies. Which one feels the best for you? When you look at those energies and you tell yourself, like, shit, I think everything's going to fall to hell in a handbasket soon. Do you feel like you're going to, does that feel like, yep, that's true? Does something tell you to go get another job? Does something tell you I need to move? Does something tell you start packing? Does something tell you end this connection? Does something tell, whatever something tells you, if that resonates for you, if like, shit, things are going to fall to hell in a handbasket, like I'm on a mission to hell, whatever this is for you, it's not going to work out. What is the intuition? What is your message that you're getting behind that? When you're telling yourself it's okay, what's the intuition you're getting behind that, right? You need to evaluate this, because only you are able to decipher which of those messages are accurate for you in your life. Both of those, like, the purpose of this experience is for you to know how to use your intuition, to know which way to lean, to know how your intuition is calling you, right? It's developing the connection between you and your higher self. It's like, yes, it's you teaching you how to hear you, how to listen to you. I hope that made sense. So that's what the connection between these energies are. Of like, what resonates with me? Am I hearing myself? Knowing the difference between your intuition and your ego. That's the difference. There's like some sort of energy of like, when you get those things, what is that telling you? Like, if it's telling you like, shit, things aren't going to work out, is your conscious telling you, hey, are you doing this because when you get this feeling, something tells you, hey, Gemini, change your thoughts? If that's true for you, I'm getting goosebumps. If that's true for you, keep doing that because you're going the right way. You're just being tested. If on the other hand, you keep on telling yourself it's going to work out, but then at the back of your mind, something's like, no, I think you're trying, like, this isn't going to work out. You're pushing the wrong direction. You're pushing too much. Then it's not going to work out. You need to stop and go back the other direction. Then keep going. I got shivers too. I got chills when you keep going, Tiffany. Don't stop. This is a test. And I don't know how long you've been on here. But the devil card came out to say, like, this is a test. Like, you're being tested right now. Like, this is to test you to see, like, do you believe in yourself enough? Are you going to fight for yourself enough? Are you important to yourself enough to put yourself as number one? Are you important enough to do what your intuition is telling you? Are you connected with your intuition enough to feel like you're processing these intuitions, like you can process these downloads? Do you really know yourself? Do you know who you are? Do you know the difference between that scream inside of you and that, like, hey, just so you know, Gemini, because those are different. That scream, that, oh my God, that's not healthy. That's not your intuition. That's the conflict. That's the energy of that's poking you, right? That's your ego. But in that energy of like, hey, maybe this is there's a different way to go about this. That gentle energy, that like different perspective energy, that's your intuition. You need to know the and maybe that's how mine engages with me. Your intuition might not engage with you the same way my intuition engages with me. So learn what's right for you and follow that. Trust that, lean on that. Okay. Whew, I don't know why I gotta like all day, right? It's heavy. There's a lot going on. I need a break. Anyway, let me take my meds. Let's see the soul level. Okay. At a soul level, you have the 3 of Wands and the High Priestess. Now you have the 3 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. You're not trusting yourself, Gemini. And what this tells me is at a soul level, you've been waiting for something and your intuition has like answered the call, right? But even though the intuition has answered the call, there's something within you that's like, I'm not really sure. Call me back and confirm again. It's like that energy of like, call me to make sure my phone works. And then somebody calls and yep, the phone rang. Yep, I can hear you. But call me again just to make sure. Like you're not confident. Like you're not, like your intuition answered your call, right? You had a question at a soul level. You had a question and your intuition showed up, right? But at a soul level, you had a question and you didn't trust your intuition. I'm telling you, I don't like it. It makes me feel like I just want to run away into a forest and build a tunnel and just stay there and hibernate and fuck and just pray. Pray. It's heavy. And people are jerks. Like, man, people are selfish and rude. And a lot of people are living through their ego right now. And it's not a fun place to be. I don't like it. I do not like it. I do not like it. But stronger is he that is stronger is he that is within me than he that is within the world, he that is around me, right? You got this, Gemini. Follow your intuition. This is just this is like a heavy training course, right? Like you must have wanted to go get the fucking master degree overnight or something. Like you wanted to know something and like you're like, teach me, show me how. And Spirit's like, bet. I'm going to make it pour all these lessons at once. You're going to like, you're cramming character development. It's heavy. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. But there's something at the end of the rainbow. I'm going to pull for like, what is all this leading to? The fuck is it? But something like you didn't trust your intuition. Like you asked and you received the message and it's like, call me back and confirm, right? Call me back and confirm. Or tell me again. Like say it again. You didn't trust your intuition. You asked a question, your intuition showed up, but you didn't trust the information that was received. I feel like you're still working on your confidence, Gemini. You're working on hearing yourself. I feel like for a lot of you, you might have given your voice away or other people have the ability to say for you or something. There was a lot of like holding yourself back or other people holding you back. And I feel like now it's time for you to like learn who you are, be who you are. And it's like you're being thrown into the the ocean just to see if you got your swimming lessons. Like, motherfucker, like, isn't there an easier way to do this? There has to be a smoother way. But everything happens for a reason, right? Gemini, you know this. You've been telling yourself this. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason behind all this crap, right? There's a reason behind this. And I feel like, okay, I have to backtrack again really quick because I look down here and this message right here at a soul level is at a soul level. You might have wanted to know something, wanted to receive something, whatever this is for you. And you asked a question emotionally, eternally. And you got an answer, but you doubted that. You doubted, like, did I hear what I thought I heard? Did it come from the place I thought it came from? Was the response what I thought it was? Like, the answer was very clear. I feel like the answer was clear. But because you doubt your vision, or you doubt your hearing, or you doubt something, you doubted the message, and now you're stuck processing it. It's like, what was that download that I got? What was that response to that message? Like, what was spirit trying to tell me? What was the point of that? What was the point, right? And now it's like, instead of processing this download, it's being stuck in that download and like not knowing how to put it into reality. It's heavy. I don't fucking like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But you can do it, Gemini. You can do anything. I promise you can. You're going to get through this. And the biggest lesson of this is for you to be confident in yourself. Like, the next time you ask a question and you get this download, instead of being like, what was that? What did that mean? What was that? What do I do with that? Instead, you're going to know the difference. You're going to know the difference between your ego and your intuition. You like, there's got to be an easier way to teach this shit, though. I feel like spirit is not being nice with this lesson. I don't know why. Maybe this is something because you're not allowing yourself to see something. But you don't know what you don't know, right? If you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. And you've been asking, right? Like, you don't know, so you're asking. Like, show me, give it to me, reveal it to me. And then you get this download, and you don't know what to do with this download, so you're just like processing the download. And spirit kind of sees you as like being a little bit defiant, because you're not really like, you're looking at, like, instead of just like receiving, okay, hold up. That's not, okay. That's not fair, but it is what it is. You know how like sometimes teenagers, they just feel like they're adults already, and they know everything about everything that they're going to experience, but really they don't. They just think they do. It's that energy of like questioning authority, questioning spirit. Why did you tell me that? What did that mean? What was that supposed to do? I guess we weren't supposed to do that, right? Spirit sees you as refusing to see something, and you see yourself as like, I'm just questioning it. I'm just trying to have clarity in a situation. But spirit might see you as like, no, you're trying to like control a situation. You're trying to like not follow your intuition and do what you're wanting to do. You're trying to control a situation. Yeah, it's freaking like it feels like we should have somebody there, right? Like, it's that child energy too. Like even though you feel like you're already an adult, you're still supposed to have like somebody there, an adult there, to be like, no, these are really the ins and outs. These are the secrets behind the scenes. These are the shit you're really gonna have to deal with. This is reality. Instead of like all the things that you see as being sugar coated and stuff, right? There should be somebody that's there to be like, no, this is the truth. This is reality. Like, if I have questions, fucking answer my question. Don't see me as being defiant because I'm trying to understand this. But I guess spirit sees it as like being like trying to be controlling in a way. But you're just like, spirit wants you to understand understand the difference between your intuition and your ego, and know how to engage with those energies. And follow your intuition. Follow your intuition when you receive your intuition, and don't sit there and question it and like dissect it and process it over and over and over. I feel like spirit is like, it's a hard lesson, right? But I don't feel like, I'm kind of looking like, what did I do, right? Like, why? Like, why do you have to threaten my security, make me feel unstable, make me feel like there's a threat somewhere I have to be prepared and on guard for? I'm encouraging myself. I'm trying to, oh my God. I'm trying to keep myself engaged, right? I'm trying to tell myself this is all for something. It's going to be for something. There's a reason why I'm doing all this shit. It's going to work out. Don't give up. It's going to work out. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to be passionate. I'm trying to move forward in something. Even though it's hard, I'm trying to keep engaged. But Spirit's like, nah. I said what I said. Go back to the corner. What the fuck? Like, I'm just wanting to understand. And Spirit's like, no, I said what I said. Spirit's being very, like, abrupt. I said what I said. What is this? OMG. Now, like, hold on. What is this energy? Okay. That's freaking nice. Oh, okay. Okay. Oddly enough, I want to start with this one first. It came out like this. So you have to see things from a different perspective. Spirit's hilarious. You have to see things from a different perspective, Gemini. This energy of, like, I asked a question. I received some sort of guidance, but I just wanted confirmation. I wanted clarification. I wanted to understand more about it. Spirit says, just look at it from a different perspective, right? Spirit sees you as trying to be controlling in a situation. You need to look at things differently. Like, instead of you, Spirit, it's not just you trying to understand and see things differently. It's you being trapped in trying to have your outcome the way that you want. Sometimes Spirit has things better intended for us than what we can see for ourselves at that time. So Spirit just wants you to see things differently, to have a different perspective on how you're asking for things, how you're looking at things, on how you're looking at what the response is to the questions that you're asking. Like, sometimes it's not meant for you in that way. Sometimes what you see is being, like, to your detriment, actually saved you from something that you didn't see coming. Spirit sees farther than we can. Spirit, it's going to be okay, Gemini. Spirit can see more than what we can see. Sometimes, like, there's, like, sometimes when we're in it, all we can see is right in front of us. It's like when you're driving in a snowstorm or like a dust cloud, you can't see even in front of you. And sometimes you have to just stop and wait for the crazy to pass, right? And sometimes you just pushing forward through it, even though you can't see, and pushing forward through it, you're going to rear end somebody, and then you're going to have to pay them. Like, there's a process to this. There's reasons for things. And sometimes we can't know the reason why. Sometimes we have to look at things differently and just accept that it is what it is, and expect things are always working out for our greater good. Have a different perspective. When you're sitting there feeling like Spirit's not answering your call, feeling like you're just confused about the information you're seeing, try to look at it from a different perspective. Okay, so I'm being reminded about labradorite, one of my favorite crystals. It's a crystal that, depending on your angle, you're going to see different colors or nothing at all. If you hold it, okay, I have some right here. Hold on. All right, so having a different perspective, right? For some of you, you need to get you some labradorite. So if you look at it in this angle, you can't really see nothing. If I change it around, and there's like natural, this is like the raw piece, and over here, it's been polished. Okay, so did you see right now? I turned it. You can see blue, you can see yellow, you can see gold, you can see different colors, but depends on your angle, right? If you're looking at it at a different view, it looks boring, it looks dull, looks like nothing. But if you change your perspective just a little bit, you can see the colors, you can see the inspiration, you can see the things behind the things. So for some of you, get labradorite. It helps to kind of, like, it's like something, me personally, it's something I can it also helps with your intuition, and it helps with like manifesting and using like your magic skills and stuff. It's fun. I like labradorite. It's one of my favorite. But it also helps with like your third eye and your intuition and things like that. But It also is a physical reminder about looking at things at a different perspective. You see things from one way and you're going to see it that way. But if you look at things a little bit differently, from a different angle, from somebody else's perspective, from some other different angle, some other different way, you're going to see things a whole lot different. They're going to, like, night and day almost. So take that as that resonates. So seeing things from a different perspective. You have the King of Swords and the Four of Swords right here. So this truth, this awareness, this knowledge, it's brutal, but it's going to help heal something. It's going to clarify something and heal something. Like the brutal truth. Like sometimes when you go through like healing, it fucking hurts. Like if you get a cut and you pour peroxide on it, sometimes it hurts. You pour alcohol on it, sometimes it hurts. It's a cut. It's an open wound. It hurts. But that cleans it. That keeps it safe. That keeps it protected. That keeps it healed and healthy, right? So sometimes healing is pain, not love. Love is not pain, guys. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Temperance. Yes. So you're doubtful that your abundance is going to work out, right? But Spirit wants to confirm, yes, you're going to have your abundance. It's going to be in the upright. Things are going to work out. But you have to have balance. You have to have your intuition. You have to know how to engage your intuition when you're having these battles. You have to know how to hear your intuition, how to interpret your intuition. You can't just follow your ego and run into the darkness and rear end somebody's car, right? Like there's levels to this, and you have to be able to interpret each level, right? It's for your development. It's for the greater good. It's for progression of you. It's so that when you have this, when it comes in, it's stable, it's long-term. But you have to have balance. You have to have internal balance within yourself, within your environment, within your emotions, within your resources, within your everything. Like when your head's telling you something, follow it. When your heart's telling you something, follow it. Well, know how to interpret it, right? Know how to interpret your intuition, your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions. Know how to process those. Know what they're telling you. And then you have the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. This forward movement that you're so passionate and inspired about, you're not going to let go of this. You're going to move forward in this because you're inspired and you're passionate about it. You're intended to do this. Sometimes or also for some of you, like this energy of being passionate about something, you're forcing the way too much. Like you want it to happen in a certain direction only, but let go of that energy and just let your passion go the way that it's naturally supposed to. Like Tiffany, like if you're having a hard time like getting things together, like put your feelers out there and then tell your intuition, tell Spirit, this is what I need. And settle down and wait for it to come through. There's something you're pushing on too hard, you're too passionate about it, and you're adamant, or you're stuck in the way for it to come through, or what's supposed to be happening. Like there's something you're trying to control, or you're holding on to the expectations. Something in regards to expectations, holding on to something too tight, too strong, being too forceful in something because you're passionate and excited about it. But you just kind of need to like release the energy just a little bit, like put your intention out there, let Spirit know what you're needing, and wait for it to come through. Don't force the energies. Naturally let them flow, right? And then you have the Empress and the Page of Cups. It's going to manifest. It might come very slow. It might feel like it's kind of immature and you wanted it more than what it is when it comes, but it's going to come along. You are manifesting this. I feel like you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to be like kind and nurturing to yourself. Be kind to yourself, right? Continue to encourage yourself. Continue to be kind and compassionate and loving towards yourself. Be kind and pamper yourself. Do like a focus a lot on self-care, but also relax in understanding your intuition and knowing what your prompts mean for you. Everybody's prompts are different, right? Like my signals might mean different than what you're like. the same signals I receive, you might receive them, but they might be different to you than what they mean to me. So know how to interpret yours personally. It's going to help with this looking at things different, or having things like seeing things from a different perspective, having a different outlook, a different point of view. Okay, now let's look at this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Cups first. So your crowning energy, Knight of Pentacles. So you're trying to encourage yourself about what you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to build, what you're trying to create in your environment, right? Person, place, or thing. Trucking company, a new job, a relationship, whatever this is. I feel like it's in your environment though. So it could be a relationship, a car, a house, resources, finances, a person, whatever this is for you. Like you keep on trying to tell yourself it's going to work out. It's going to work out because it's important to you. You see it as long-term for your stability, or it will impact your long-term stability. Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if something flipped. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So this Queen of Pentacles, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of ways to do things. There's a lot of a lot of things going on, right? And a lot of questions, a lot of unknown things. And that's how come you feel unstable. That's how come you feel like things are off, because they are, because you have a lot going on and there's a lot of unknown factors, right? You have a lot of choices. You don't know what to choose. You have a lot of offers and you don't know which one to choose. There's a lot of unknown factors. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of unknown factors. Take it as it resonates. That's why you have this energy, Gemini. It's not because there's actually a concern for your stability. It's because there's so much going on and you are a little receptor, right? Gemini, I'm so sorry. We get that. It's not always fun. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's entertaining. Sometimes it's a mess, right? You're that little antenna. Whew, you're your antenna. You're your neighbor's antenna. Your kids' antenna. You're the antenna, and you're picking up all these energies, right? There's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of questions, and there's a lot of unknown factors. And that causes you to feel like my stability is being threatened. There's chaos in my environment. But really, there's something you're passionate about. You are moving forward towards this. You are encouraging yourself. And the difference between those energies, you have to know the difference. You have to feel those out. Am I feeling crazy and chaotic right now because anything's going on? Are my bills behind? Do I have food in my refrigerator? Do I have shelter? Do I have clothing? Are my basic needs taken care of? Are all the people I love safe and home and taken care of? If all those things are true, I'm going to calm down and I'm going to relax. There's probably something else in the ether that's causing me to wonder. If there's actual questions and concerns in my actual environment, how do I address those? And once I address those, once I get that intuition to move forward on something and my intuition is telling me and it feels right, I'm going to move forward on that so that I can lay these concerns to rest, right? Quit thinking about them, quit filtering them, quit cycling through. Allow that confirmation to come through of what do I need to do, and do it, and let that issue be at rest, right? Yeah, it's natural for you to be it's important, right? Things that are important to us, we want them to be good. We want them to progress and walk on your own, right? Progress and develop and be healthy and whole and live and prosper, right? It's natural to have a concern that do I need to do something? Is that we're human. That's what we do. We worry, we wonder. It was part of our DNA a long, long time ago when everybody lived in caves. What is the concern? that's why we gravitate towards that. Like, we don't sit there, like, our first instinct is, where's the concern? What do I need to urgently fix? What do I need to fix, right? It's not, where's the joy? What is there to be happy about? What is there to be excited about? That's mindful intention action right there. Like, naturally, we worry about the problem. We worry about the defect. We worry about the defaults. We worry about the issues and the problems and the struggle and the drama. We intentionally have to be mindful of looking for the grateful things, looking for the balance, looking for things that are feeling stable, that do make us feel good and healthy and whole and healed and abundant. Those are mindful things. So there's a difference between those energies. And as heavy as it is, Gemini, it's just for you to learn the difference between your energy and other people's energy, and following your intuition and hearing your ego, acting out of your ego and acting out of your intuition. Because sometimes it's easy to eat. Sometimes it's Mercury in retrograde too, like shit. Sometimes it's easy to get confused and get swept away with hope and confusion and thoughts, right? But it's easier to be grounded in what is actually happening in my reality right now. What can I actually do? Yes, I want this trucking business. How can I do that right now? What do I need to do right now? And tomorrow, what else do I, like, moment by moment, step by step. But once you know what you're supposed to do, check it off the list, get it done with, do what you're supposed to do so you can move forward. Don't just, okay, I know what I need to do, and then next month I still need to do that, and then next month I'm still needing to do that. No, as soon as you know what you need to do, go do it, get it over with, check it off your list, move on, right? There's always more to be done. So keep telling yourself it's okay. Know the difference between your energy and somebody else's. Know that it's natural to like if it's new for you, if you're stepping out on faith, if you if things are kind of like, if you have a lot of questions more than answers, it's normal to be like, oh crap, I don't know what's going on, feeling like some wobble. It's normal. But feel peace in the fact that all you got to do is ask and receive. Spirit's always there for you. All you have to do is ask and receive. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with this. What do I do, Spirit? What do I do next? What do I do next? Like, ask and you shall receive, right? And for some of you, if, like, I swear, like, whether you're religious or not, and I'm more spiritual than religious, but I do trust in spirit. I do trust that, like, if I ask, I know I'm going to receive. But sometimes I know I get confused with that message when it comes in. And sometimes my fear runs away with me, and sometimes I don't take hold of the things that I should, because I doubt myself, or there's lack of confidence, or like I question things too much for too long, and then you lose the opportunity. Whatever this is, you can get through this. It's part of a lesson, right? You're learning how to progress. You're learning how to develop. You're learning to how to use your tools better, different. What is this Two of Swords? Okay. It's definitely going to be hard for you to see, or something you don't want to see. Oh, shit. Yeah, the Six of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune with this Two of Swords. There's a couple messages here. Whew, for some of you, there's been some, like, it might be a nostalgic connection, a new person coming in. You don't see this coming in, but in your near future, I feel like somebody wants to come in from your past and start a new cycle. Not for all of you, just for some. Take it as it resonates. But I'm heavily getting that you're not seeing, or you're not noticing that there's been an energy, like there's been abundance. Since you were a kid, you were supposed to have this, I don't know how to explain this. It's like as if, it's like if Spirit went and made you a little trust fund and was waiting for you to turn a certain age, become mature enough to be able to get this trust fund. You're getting into that energy, and you don't see it coming. You don't know it's coming, but like you're maturing. There like Spirit has been waiting for this new cycle for you, to hand you this gift, to hand you, ooh. And I was like, I want to see what's going to come after all this. Like, what are we being tried for, right? But there's something since you were a child. for those of you who are Christian, there's like a part in the Bible that like he knew you before you were born. He called you before he spoke your name before you were even born. He sang over you before you were in existence. Like, and I want to cry right now. Like, it's a happy feeling. It's like there's going to be a relief that comes over you. Like, you're going to feel so loved. You're going to feel so protected, so abundant, so healed. There's going to be like something has been intended for you since you were like beginning of time, right? Spirit has something magical intended for you. It's going to feel great. It's going to feel amazing. It's going to feel like a whole new world for you. It's going to feel like you won the jackpot, right? Some of you might win the jackpot. There's like, so Paige, I don't know if you just got on here, but it was not like all butterflies a moment ago. It's been heavy. It's been hard. And the point of it being hard is like this, it really, you know what, Gemini, it really is a beautiful reading. Like looking back at the whole thing, it was hard. You questioned yourself, you questioned spirit, but it's also you can know who you are. So it's also you can understand when you get those downloads, what do those messages mean to you? Like spirit had some, I got goosebumps and chills. Like, ooh, I'm excited. So claim this, Gemini. For those of you that this is resonating with, it's hard right now because you're being tested through fire. You're going to get your crown of glory. Like there's something amazing coming in. Well, I appreciate you being here, Paige. So the message basically says, like, indicates like there's something you've been waiting on. I feel like there's, well, watch it after I post it. I don't want to recap everything. It's been like almost an hour and a half that we've been on here, but basically things have been hard, right? You've doubted your intuition. You're doubting something in regards to your environment. You're fearful that your environment is going to become shaky and like unstable in some way, shape, or form. But you're telling yourself, oh, and I'm keeps getting goosebumps. You keep telling yourself it's going to work out. I know everything's going to be okay. It's going to work out. Things are going to work out for the greater good. I know things are going to work out. And even though you're feeling like maybe it's not, you keep telling yourself it is. I feel like you're very aware of my thoughts manifest things. So when you're having those feelings like, oh my God, you constantly tell yourself it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You feel that energy of like, shit. But then also you back it up immediately by like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Breathe. It's going to be okay. I'm sorry for those that you have those experience. Claim it. Amen. Amen, Tiffany. Like there's something better that's coming in for you. So know that like spirit, like you didn't go through crap just to go through crap. You went through crap so you can know who you are. You went through crap so that when your intuition's telling you like, shit, this is like a red flag, get away from here. You know what that means instead of like, no, it's okay. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And also, like when you're getting those red flags, you know how to respond. Like your intuition tells you, and I don't feel like you've always listened to it. You didn't always hear it. You didn't always interpret it. You didn't always get the messages clearly. And spirit's like, okay, I'm getting goosebumps again. It's that energy of like, okay, Gemini, I need you to know this. So even if it, oh my God, whew, even if it hurts, even if this lesson is going to be hard for you, I'm going to let you go through this. Oh my God, I want to cry. Because I need you to know this. I need you to heal from this. I need you to grow through this. I need you to progress to the next level. There's something that I've been waiting. Spirit has been waiting for you to have something since you were a child, since you were even born on this planet. There was intentions. There was plans for you to feel abundant, to feel joyful, to have a life that is like, that you feel revived in, that you feel like it's the best, that you like it was worth it, right? It was worth it. Spirit wants you to know it was worth it. And Spirit's been trying to give you this a long time, but you have to learn something about this first. Like there's so much you didn't allow yourself to see, but so much you needed to see. And Spirit, like you didn't allow yourself to see this. So I have to show you, I have to force you into this knowledge. I have to, it's a hard lesson, but I do it out of love, right? Spirit does it out of love. So you go from that energy. And then also, Paige, since you just got on here, this energy, the difference between the difference of this energy of doubting, like things are gonna fall apart, things are crazy, things are chaotic. It's because like the difference between you having that energy of like things are crazy, things are chaotic, and telling yourself it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, because you need to know the difference between those energies. You need to know the difference between your intuition and your ego. Your intuition telling you like, I need you to back up away from this because it's not good for you, versus, hey, I know you're scared, but keep moving forward towards this because it's your greater good. You need to know the difference between processing those downloads and interpreting those messages that spirit tells you from spirit, right? The messages you get from spirit. You need to know how to process those downloads. You need to be open to them and you need to know how to process them. There's something that the reason why everything's so chaotic and you doubt your environment and it feels like any moment now things are going to fall, it's because there's so much going on. There's so many opportunities. There's so many offers. There's so much going on. And there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of energy surrounding you. Some of it's yours, some of it's not. I feel like you're an empath. Most of you hearing this is an empath. And you need to be able to decipher your energy versus somebody else's, your intuition versus your ego, your fear versus your intuition. There's a difference. They're not the same. And whatever, like you telling yourself it's going to work out, keep doing that because that makes, I like these chills, but I also don't at the same time. There's like, you keep on telling yourself thinking it's going to work out. It's going to work out. Keep doing that because that is making your foundation solid. You, like whatever you're like, you keep on telling yourself it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to make things okay, Gemini. Like this energy of like causing chaotic, like shit, it's not going to work out. I'm going to lose my car. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose my foundation. Things are crazy right now. Just breathe and relax. There's something about you needing to be open to your intuition and processing that, knowing the difference between your energy and the energy that's surrounding you. There might be things like when you realistically have a concern, look at it and see what it is. If it just feels crazy and chaotic, why? Is that your energy or somebody else's? Why are you feeling like this? So none of that. Divorces definitely are not easy. I know that from my own experiences. That's even more so like divorce, job, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, any day of the week, every day, follow your intuition, especially when you don't know what to do. Ask and like just ask and be open to receive that information. Like, I swear to God, there's been times like I didn't know, like I don't know what to do. And I'll tell spirit, I'll be like, God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? What do? I don't know what to do. And then just be open and just like let it go, but expect that God hears you and expect your response, right? I ordered my pizza. I'm just waiting for it. And then when those messages come, be able to like understand them, be able to interpret them. Like there, I swear to God, there was times like I didn't know and I needed information and I asked spirit and I got that information and it was facts and it was 100% facts. Go Google that. That's exactly what you need. And yes. And sometimes it was forms that I needed for my divorce. Like I have done, like I play with spirit and that like you'll learn that you could trust spirit. And you'll also know like the difference between like a spirit and other energies. Like I don't engage with other energies. I only communicate with spirit. Nothing else is open for me. I'm not open for nothing else. You have your own boundaries. You can do that with people. You can do that with spirits. You can do that. Like you have the ability to set your boundaries and abide by them. Like if it's not a boundary to you and you let people cross it, it's not a boundary. But if it's a boundary and you're firm by it, it's a boundary and nobody, spirit, person, dog, animal, nobody can cross it. If you stick by your boundaries, spirit will stick by your boundaries too. Spirit will defend your boundaries for you. There's something else, but hold on. I don't know where the energy is at. I don't see a card on here that I'm pulling for. So we're just going to pull for the message. What message needs to come out? Bottom of the deck, you have the unknown card. I hate this card. It's the only, like, that card is not in all the decks. And it's basically spirit telling you that you don't need to know right now. It's going to be okay. Like you telling yourself it's going to be okay. Spirit says, yes, it's going to be okay. You don't need to know right now. Okay. The Five of Wands, there's arguing and fighting, but you have the ability to defend yourself, even though you don't think you can. Paige, this might be for you. Take it as it resonates. So the message that came out was the Five of Wands, and then this card, which was the the Seven of Wands. Six of Wands is the victory. Seven of Wands is being defensive, being able to stand your ground, having the higher ground to be able to defend yourself, right? This is, with this card coming out like this isn't something that you're aware of or you don't notice it. So you do have the ability to defend yourself about against these arguing, this fight, this combative energy. You do have the ability to defend yourself, whether this is getting an order of protection so somebody can't come in your environment, whether this is getting a concealed weapons license or just having a concealed weapon, whatever this is for you. So it's important to know what your options are too, and learn what your resources are. For those of you dealing with the narcissist, you need to learn the gray rock method. You need to learn about like cold turkey, like cutting, just cut them off, right? As much as you can. Like, you don't communicate with them if you don't have to. Don't engage on an emotional level. When they try to like push your buttons, don't engage. Don't allow them to. Make your responses and your communication gray rock method. It's a facts only, no emotions involved, basic details, the need to know information only. So learn what kind of methods, what tools you have, and you can put those tools in your tool belt, right? Because you have the ability to defend yourself. You're in the right here. You have the higher ground. And all this fighting that you're having to deal with, you have to defend yourself against it, but you have the higher ground. You just have to need to know what your tools are. Yeah, and narcissists, they don't, like, you can't tell them they're a narcissist. They won't agree to it. They won't acknowledge it. They'll tell you you're the narcissist. They like, oh my God, that's a whole freaking thing all in its own. That's unhealthy. So cut it off. Do cold turkey, like no contact. Go no contact if possible. You might need to get an order of protection. If you don't have children and you don't have like stuff together, try not to talk to them if you don't have to. Yeah, like if you don't have children involved with the narcissist and you don't have house and you don't have like communal property and stuff, like cut them off cold turkey. You don't have to deal with them at all. Oh, yeah, with the kid, you have to like go the legal route. Make sure that you like CYA. Make sure you document everything as much as possible. Exactly. That's the only way. And they're not going to like it either. They're going to miss your energy. They're going to want you to kind of feed their ego. So they're going to try and they're going to push your buttons as much as possible, but don't let them. Ignore that phone call. Communicate only in email or text messages if possible. That way, or record the calls, but try to do everything email. That way it's documented. That's way it's written communication. Yeah. And save it for, keep dates of everything. If you have a case with court, that could be one of your exhibits. Make sure you document everything as much as possible. Make sure that you CYA as much as possible. You do have the upper ground. You do have the higher ground, the ability to defend yourself against whatever their drama is, right? That was just a message that came out. But there's unknown factors. Like for some of you, there's things that you're not going to know. If you feel like you're like this person's a threat to you in some way, shape, or form, get an order of protection. Make sure you're safe at all times. Follow your intuition. Then maybe you need to file one for him. If you want to be divorced, then be divorced. If he wants to be divorced, let him be divorced. Don't hold nobody captive. Don't let nobody hold you captive. But there's a lot of unknown factors here. Then you have the freaking moon card. There's a lot of unknown factors, unknown energy, right? A lot of unknown things going on. Shit. And then you have the devil card. Let's see what else came out. You have the Devil. You have the Two of Cups in the reverse. You have the Page of Swords upright. And you have the Justice upright. Okay, so hold on. Let's see. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. So for some of you, you might need to walk away from somebody because there's no longer an emotional, at least a healthy emotional bond, right? There's a lack of an emotional commitment or connection with somebody. There's a lack of balance. There's a lack of justice. Things aren't fair, right? This person is very toxic. I felt like I don't know if it's just the person or maybe the dynamics between the two of you, but it's very toxic. There's not love within this connection. There might be like obligations, right? Like, I need this additional income. I need this person's assistance. I need their help. It's helpful to have somebody, like you might like having somebody next to you at night, whatever it is. There's like toxic things that keep you engaged in this connection. It's not out of love. And then there's like something about your thoughts. You already know this, but you're going to become more aware of this. You're going to have like clarity or truth, or maybe they don't have love involved in the connection, but they continue to stay involved for like, I don't know, maybe they need financial resources or they need help or support or something. But there's going to be clarity or truth in regards to something. Something's going to like, I don't know if this person spies on you or you might spy on them. They might gather information or you might gather information on them, like especially if you're going through a divorce. There's like gathering details or saying something. Somebody's saying something. This might be like, this could be like telling the justice system something, or like contacting a lawyer or contacting the police and telling them like, hey, so-and-so did something. Like either like even though the legal card's not out here, the justice out here, it kind of reminds me of the legal card at times, especially with the Page of Swords right here. There's a truth that's going to make somebody be accountable for something they did wrong. There's some sort of like clarity or truth being revealed that's going to make somebody be accountable for something in regards to this toxic energy. Okay, let's keep it moving. Actually, let's get Spirit's advice. Spirit's advice. Spirit's advice for Gemini. All right, this will be our last shuffle. Watch, Spirit's going to be like telling us like King of Swords or some shit. Got to be truthful. Got to speak your truth. Got to live your truth. I done told you. I said what I said. Spirit's advice for Gemini. You have to heal. This was the last message. Queen of Wands. Be confident in yourself. Be proud of yourself. Spirit wants you to be proud of yourself for all the healing that you've done. For all the crap that you've gone through that required the healing. Be proud of yourself, Gemini. Okay, let's look. We're going to look at this side. All right. Hold on, guys. Get your drink of water or whatever it is for you. Okay. You have the Empress. Okay, you have the Empress followed by the Hangman. So I'm going to get into these energies as a combination and then individually. Spirit wants you to look at something differently in the way that you're trying to manifest something. Either the way that you're thinking about it or the way that you're feeling about it or the way you're going about it. There's something that you're manifesting right now that you're developing that Spirit wants you to see things a little bit different. See things from a different perspective, a different angle. Follow your intuition in regards to what you're creating and how you're creating it. There's something like this is intended just for you. Like this inspiration that you received, this is just for you. Like, and I'm kind of being reminded of like Spirit assigned you a gift or something before you were even born. And Spirit wants you to like receive that now. Like be able, like become mature enough that I can give this to you now. Like, I'm ready for you. I'm ready to hand this off to you. I need to know that you know what to do with it. I need to know that you're going to be able to protect it. I need to know that you're going to know what to do with it and how to progress it and how to nurture it and how to develop it. You need to know how to use your intuition, right? You need to know how to use your psyche better. You need to strengthen your intuition, your spiritual gifts. There's things that are crazy right now, but see things from a different perspective. See that I'm growing you, right? See that I'm developing you. I'm not sacrificing you. I'm developing you. I'm growing you. I'm maturing you. I'm not sacrificing you. Gemini. So this Knight of Pentacles, you also have it right here. Hold on. You have it right here clarifying your Queen of Cups, right? In your crowning energy, you have the Queen of Cups. To clarify that, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Spirit's telling you that you keep telling yourself it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Yes, it is, Gemini. It is going to be okay. There is something that's going to come in for you. It's going to be stable. It's going to be grounding. It's going to be long-term. It's going to come in, right? You're going to touch this at some point. Yes, I want to confirm that. Yes, you are going to touch this. This is coming in. It's coming slow. It didn't come easy. It didn't come quick, but it is coming, and it is going to be worth it when it does come in. So Spirit wants you to keep moving forward. Focus on how you focus on your abundance. Focus on your gratitude list. Focus on the things that have already came in, the things that you've already been blessed with. Focus on that energy. Don't focus on, like, when is this coming in? How do I do this? When is it? Nope. I know what to do. Spirit has always had my back. Spirit always will have my back. As I need to know, I will know. I will receive that intuition as I will receive that intuition as I need to take that step forward. And as I take that step forward, I will celebrate because there will be confirmation that I'm on the right path. I like this energy. I told you, King of Swords. Spirit's like, I love you, but just so you know, I will punch you in the throat if I need you, if I need to. Like, Spirit wants you to know this. Spirit wants you to, like, receive this information and process this information. Spirit said what Spirit said, right? I'm trying to be nice, but I will tell you, I will slap you across the face with this information if I have to. There's something that you need to, like, there's a dissatisfaction within something. Spirit needs you, like, there's a truth. You need to realize this, like, you're not happy with something, but you keep on waiting it out for whatever reason. Spirit needs you to be realistic with yourself and be honest with whatever this is and have truth and clarity. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, right? I told you that message was going to come. Spirit is like, I feel like right now we're being treated like the class clowns, and Spirit's like, no, sit down and take me serious. Like, it's okay to laugh and joke and stuff, but right now it's serious time, Gemini. Like speak your truth. Like, it's not playtime. Like, really evaluate the lessons that you've learned. Like, what is your truth? Are you going in the right direction? Are you living out your truth? Are you who you want to be? Are you living the way that you're inspired towards? Are you doing what you're directed towards? Like, there's a truth, like a harsh truth, like a reality check here. And then something where there's a like, you have to be honest about a hurt, a disappointment. Like, maybe the person that you wanted didn't want you, and maybe you're still hung up on them, but they weren't the right person for you. For some of you, you're in love with the facade. You're in love with what you thought this person was, not the actual person. But you're releasing this energy, but I felt like it's been a long time, and Spirit, like, hurry up already. Gemini, Spirit, like, hurry up. Like, we gotta go. We got stuff to do. Hurry up. They're like, Spirit wants you to hurry up because, like, Spirit's been waiting for you to get something. Like, there's this prize. I don't know, where did it go? I don't know where it went. But there was this energy of, like, since you were right here, and it's in your near future. It's clarifying your Two of Swords. It's the Six of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune. Since you were a child, before you were a child, Spirit has something intended for you, right? This band's supposed to come on. Hurry up, Gemini. Hurry up, Gemini. I need you to get this already. I need you to hurry up and grow up and get this already. Grow up and get this already. Mature and get this already. Learn already and get this. Hurry up, Gemini. I've been waiting. Which is funny because Gemini, like, we're quick. We're on top of it, right? But we're also distracted. Like, squirrel, and then, oh, the butterfly, and then, oh, like, there's, like, thoughts and things, right? So I feel like there's like this energy of like whatever, like yeah, like you're supposed to be happy, Gemini. You're supposed to fall in love with you. You're supposed to be confident with you. You're supposed to know you, the evil twin and the nice twin, like the pros and cons, the like all of it. You're supposed to have balance within yourself already, but you're stuck on other people. You're You're stuck on somebody else when you should be focused on you. You're thinking about hurt and disappointment and sorrow and neglect and abandonment, and somebody wasn't who they said and who you thought. When Spirit wants you to focus on you, focus on balancing that happy twin and that mad twin, that sad, and like all of it. Loving all of the parts, all the crazy, all the complicated, all the balance, like all of it, the pros and the cons. Feeling content with it, feeling like you know yourself in and out. I know how to follow my intuition. I know how to process my intuition. I receive downloads and I know what to do with them. And I follow the direction that I'm getting, right? There's a difference between getting information and processing and doing something with that information, right? So Spirit wants you like, come on, Gemini, we got to do this already. Quit playing. We got to go. Put your socks and shoes on. Let's go. Like, hurry up. I need you to get this already. I need you to fall in love with yourself because there's this new cycle coming in. I need you to have balance within yourself. I need you to know yourself, love yourself, because there's balance coming in, right? Know when it's time for you to receive. Know when it's time for you to take forward action. Know when it's time for you to do what you do. And then there's something about like forward movement and having this like, hold on. This thing that Spirit's been waiting for you to get for a long time, Spirit wants you to get it. I've been trying to give it to you since you were a kid. I've been trying to, like, this is yours. It's intended for you. Person, place, or thing, relationship, a bunch of money, whatever this is for you. Spirit has intended this for you since before you even came to the planet. Spirit wants you to have it now. It's a new cycle. This is yours. It's intended for you. I'm tired of holding it for you. Come and get it, right? It's abundance. Whatever it is, it's going to be stable. It's going to be something in your foundation. It's something that you're going to feel stable in. It's going to contribute to your foundation. It's going to be something you can touch in the tangible that's going to make you feel strong and stable within yourself, within your environment, within your resources, within your abundance. It could be a relationship. It could be wealth. It could be a lot of different things. But spirit feels like you're almost ready. You just got to like be pushed over the edge a little bit more to like get the final something. I don't know. I feel like that's why it's been so hard, right? It's crunch time because we're close to some sort of victory. We're close to some sort of celebration. We're close to our like graduation, our diploma, our degree, this forward movement, whatever this is for you. Okay, we're going to get a couple more messages. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. What the heck is happening with my box? So this box is not really wanting to open. And this box is like my blessing box. Like there was nothing preventing it, but I had to struggle for it, right? There was nothing preventing it from opening. But I had to like maneuver a little bit. And I had to like fight for it a little bit. More than usual. So take that as that resonates, but let's see what our blessing is that we had to fight for. Yes, let's see what the blessing is that we had to fight for, but everybody is going to be different. So take it as it resonates. And I think we're probably going to pull some more messages after this too. So we're not done. I just wanted to look at this. The energy was noticeable. You have authority, and these cards don't have numbers on them. So you have authority right here at the bottom of the deck. So this might be, you might be gaining some sort of authority. You might be, actually, this isn't my blessing deck. Okay, guys, we got a couple of them. I guess we're going to do 3 more decks. I'll try to be quick. We've been on here for a while already. But that's how I do with you guys. We communicate. Let's look at it, but we're not going to keep it. You have vulnerability and magic. So again, Gemini, whatever you feel like it's concerning, right? I'm concerned about this energy. I'm concerned about this element. I feel vulnerable about this area. I need to protect it. I'm concerned if it's going to be long term. Is it safe or not? But you need to understand you're magical. You have the ability to create your environment. So if you want this to be, and then you have perception, right? Different perspective. Look at things differently. Your perception is what's creating your environment. So try to see it in a more positive way. Like, you are magical. You have the ability to manifest and create your surroundings, your environment. Your power is, your mental is very powerful. Like, you have the ability with your thoughts to create and manifest things for your greater good or for your detriment. All right, final shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Gemini. Bottom of the deck, you have rejuvenation. It's going to get better. It's going to be okay. I feel like it's that Phoenix hour. It's that Phoenix energy. But it's like that energy of like something has to die off. Like, the old has to be gone so you can make room for the new. Or you're going to be so transformed because you get you get tried so much that you have no choice but to reform, to become the natural you, to become you who fights for you, you who stands for you and only you. Okay, I'm going to put these right here for right now. We're going to look into these before we start unpacking more. So you have vulnerability, which this card came out in the little pre-messages too. I feel like whatever this is that you feel vulnerable about, things are going to be rejuvenated. Like, I'm kind of being reminded of that tower energy. Like, things need to be broken down in order to be rebuilt. And only things that get broken down are because it's not authentic, right? It's faulty. It's there's some deception. There's illusion involved, right? There's something that's deceitful in some way, shape, or form involved, and it makes you have a vulnerability. So Spirit needs to fix that and correct that in some way, shape, or form. It's going to be rejuvenated. And then you have magic, which which this card also came out in your pre-messages as well. And when I was going to put it down, it wanted to just that's where it goes. Your magic, once you know where you want to direct your magic at, I feel like you're going to manifest pretty quickly. For some of you, you feel like your magic is a vulnerability. Like, you might feel like you might have an interest in playing cards, doing what I do, reading tarot or something, or doing some sort of occult something. But I feel like you feel like somebody's gonna judge you for it. There's something where you're gonna be accepting yourself in that element too. However you see yourself, whatever you enjoy, whatever you want to experience, I feel like you're gonna be more comfortable with yourself. You're allowing yourself to be yourself. Then you have romance. Hey, so you being yourself is going to allow your authentic person to come in if they haven't already. But you're not going to see it coming. You're not going to notice it coming. And then you have aptitude. So I feel like there's something that's you're being challenged for a reason. You're being progressed to the next level. Like you're like a little unicorn, Gemini. The little engine that could. You can do anything, right? You can do anything. Somebody's gonna like all these trials and tribulations, this victory that you're gonna have at the end of the day. There's gonna be like people are gonna notice it and people are gonna talk about it. Feel like you're gonna be inspiring for other people. Authenticity. Be yourself, Gemini. Like I'm saying, if you like magic, play with magic. It doesn't matter what other people's opinions are. Let them do them. Spirit made them who they are. Spirit made you who you are. You're not here to live somebody else's life or conform to their standards. Then you have divine love. Again, the more that you accept yourself, the more authentic you are, the more open your person is, the more the doors open for your person, your authentic person to come in. Then you have companionship. Your person's going to be coming in if they haven't already. Companionship, sorry. And then you have kindness. I feel like you are naturally kind, but I feel like you don't necessarily experience it from people in your environment, but I feel like you will be. I feel like people are going to start being a lot more nicer to you than what you've been experiencing previously. Okay, now let's see what those blessings are that we've been waiting for. What are these blessings for that we've been fighting for and waiting for? Gemini for May. Blessings for Gemini. May. What has Gemini been fighting and waiting for? What's coming in for Gemini? Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. All right, last shuffle. Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. All right, blessings for Gemini. Hold on, guys. I'm going to take that out before I keep going. Shit. Okay, okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 45 breaks down to a 9. 9 indicates standing in your power, right? Owning your power, knowing yourself and owning your power in a healthy way, not in a combative way, not in an egotistical way, in a confident way, in a, I know that this is right for me and this is what I'm going to follow because this is what's right for me. I know who I am. I know my truth. I'm going to live in my truth. I'm going to heal and love myself and be proud of myself because I know my truth. I follow my intuition. Even when I don't know what I'm supposed to do, I follow my intuition. Okay, so take this as this resonates. You have a blessing to shield and safeguard you, right? Spirit's all about you, Gemini, even though it doesn't feel like it. This is to protect and safeguard you. A blessing to shield and safeguard you. Gotta say that again. Bottom of the deck. Okay. So again, it's a hard lesson because Spirit needs you to get this lesson. This is for your greater good. This is something that Spirit has tried to tell you. You didn't believe it. You didn't hear it. And Spirit tried to tell you again and you didn't believe it. You didn't hear it. And you're like, I need a little confirmation. So Spirit's like, okay, look, listen, mother effer. I'm going to tell you one last time. Okay. And then you have, what else? What else? Let's start here. Okay. All right. This one's going to be hard for you to acknowledge or notice or see. You have 37 breaks down to 10. Completion, new beginnings, endings, right? The new cycles, repeating cycles, beginning cycles, new cycles. A blessings of unity where once there was divided. So don't shoot the messenger. For some of you, there's somebody that you didn't get along with or you didn't see eye to eye with. This could be a coworker. This could be a partner. This could be a child. There's somebody within your environment. You didn't see eye to eye with them. The number on this is 37 and a 10, right? So at some point, you guys didn't see eye to eye and there might have been conflict in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like there's going to be some sort of balance and healing coming in where there's going to be like a completion of one cycle and there's going to be allowing of a new cycle. This can be a parent, like not allowing you to experience your life the way that you're wanting to. This could be somebody kind of like forcing their views or opinions on you. And then you kind of like standing in your own and being like, look, I respect your opinion, but please respect mine too. And then actually like being open and being open and respect that energy, right? They value you making that stance. And then you have number 24 breaks down to a 6, a blessing to find your way. You're going to figure this out, Gemini. It's going to work out. It's going to be okay. You can do this. Then you have number 23, a blessing of protection. 23 breaks down to a 5. So there is protection through all this opposition right now. Understand that. Know that. Even though it's crazy, even though there's like combative energy, even though it feels like you're constantly having to fight against one thing and then the next thing, and then you turn around, there's something else. You're being protected through this, even though it might not feel like it. Spirit is trying to give you something in regards to your intuition. There's like some sort of knowledge or some sort of insight that Spirit tells you throughout the day when you're having these challenging experiences. And to be open to receiving that message, Gemini. It's going to help you understand how to move forward. It's going to help you feel grounded. And it's going to help you ground your intuition into manifesting action. I hope that made sense. All right. Then you have number 10, a 1 and a 0, a blessing on a home. So those of you that if you're worried about your home, there are resources that can help you, but you have to reach out to these resources. For those of you that it's a relationship that it's in that regard, I feel like take this as this resonates because this isn't for everybody. But for those of you who are having opposition within your relationship right now and it's impacting your home, I feel like there's going to be some sort of healing and some sort of like growth on both parts that help each other to see eye to eye, or come up with a mutual agreement on how to move forward in something for the balance of the family. Then you have number 13, a blessing for good men and fathers. For those of you women that have been waiting for a good man or somebody that like can like that's good with children, whether you already have them or want to have them, I feel like this is coming in for you. For those of you men who just want to feel like you're doing the right thing, like you're a good guy, I feel like Spirit's confirming that for you. Like Spirit's proud of how you've been Spirit is proud of how you have been behaving and handling yourself in regards to your home environment and in regards to your stability and your foundation. Nobody's perfect, but Spirit sees you as a good man, a good father, a good person. Spirit feels like you follow your intuition. Nobody's perfect, but Spirit is very proud of you. Spirit's happy with you. For those of you feminine females that resonate with this energy, this is your action forward. This is your action that you, Tiffany, this is you, like, I want to do this company, so I'm going to take this forward step. This is what you take action forward towards when you're inspired. Spirit feels like you do that well. Like you do that in a balanced way. You follow your direction. Sorry. Holy cow. Number 9, a blessing on your health. So there's going to be something within you that you're going to start to feel better. You're going to feel protected. You're going to feel balanced. You're going to feel passion again. You're going to feel excited again, Gemini. It's all been for a reason. And I just noticed we had this card over here too. So what was this one? Oh, this is a blessing. Number 14 breaks down to a 5, a blessing on friendship. So there's a lot of blessings coming in, right? There's a blessing on a friendship, on a relationship, on men, on your home. And you're just being protected through this opposition, right? You got this. Spirit's got you back. Things are working out for your greater good all the time, even when it doesn't feel like it. Things are working out for you all the time, Gemini. I love you. I appreciate you. Keep telling yourself it's going to be okay, because it is. Spirit is like baptizing you in fire right now, and it's not comfortable. It hurts. It's awkward, but it's to get all the ugly off, right? It's like you're being baptized through fire so you become the phoenix, right? You're going to be stronger than what you ever were before. You're going to be more abundant, more radiant than what you were before. Like you're going to be stronger and more, like your intuition is going to be more on point. You're going to know how to engage with your intuition. You're like that crazy Gemini, when you piss her or him off, they're going to be a little bit more like listening to that nice Gemini, right? That like the twins are going to play good. They're going to know how to have balance. They're going to know when to act the fool and know when to like laugh somebody off, right? Follow your intuition. You got this. I'm proud of you. Breathe. You got this. You can do it. Sending you lots of love and light. You got this, Gemini. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.